You've probably heard that LEAPS options decay much slower than shorter term options, but the question is, how much slower do they actually decay? In this video, I'm going to visualize the decay of long-term versus short-term call options and show you a tool that you can use to visualize exactly how much any option decays over any time period. Let's look at options on NVDA, and we're going to look at 95-day options versus much longer-term options. NVDA is currently at 189.31. I'm going to go to the 95-day expiration cycle, and I'm going to buy the at-the-money call, which is the 190 strike price. I've also added some target date lines here at 30, 60, and 90 days going forward. If I zoom in on the chart and hover over a stock price of 189, we can see the P&L curves for this call option at different points in time. The modeler is telling me that in 30 days time, or T plus 30, the position is estimated to lose $297. In 60 days time, we're estimated to be down $647, and 90 days into the future, which is just before expiration, the position is estimated to have a $1,228 loss. These different curves going forward in time help us visualize the time decay of this particular at-the-money call option on NVIDIA. But let's look at these same curves on a much longer term option. I'm going to remove the 190 call from the 3-month expiration. I'm going to go to the 977-day expiration cycle, and I'm going to go to the 190 strike price like we did before. Now we can see these lines are much tighter together. If I zoom way in and hover over the stock price of 189, now we can see our estimated P&L values at 30, 60, and 90 days into the future. At 30, 60, and 90 days going forward, the position is estimated to be down $120, $221, and $323 respectively. When we compare the 3-month versus the 3-year call decay for these at-the-money call options, the entry cost of the 3-month call option is $15.23, and the 977-day call option is much more expensive at $61.55. In 30 days time, the 95-day call is estimated to lose 20% of its value versus just 2% for the 977-day call. And when we go 60 and 90 days into the future, we see that this shorter term call is going to be down 42 to 81% if the stock price doesn't move, while the long-term LEAPS call option is going to be down 4 or 5% over that same time period. And this highlights why LEAPS options are so powerful, because it gives you that leveraged stock price exposure, but your decay rates are significantly slower. But LEAPS options still do decay. So how long would it take for this option to lose half of its value? On the Project Option website, I have a time decay calculator, which lets you visualize the decay rate of any option, assuming the stock price and implied volatility stays the same. So here we're assuming a $100 stock price and a $100 strike price for a 45-day call option with implied volatility at 30%. If I scroll down to this decay chart, we will see the estimated decay of this call option, assuming the stock price and implied volatility stays the same. And we have this red dash line here, which is the extrinsic value half-life. This shows us at what point the option loses 50% of its extrinsic value from the starting point. If I hover over that line, we see that's at 12 days to expiration, where the option is down 50% from the entry price. We also have this metric up here, which says 73% elapsed. And this tells us that after 73% of the starting days to expiration, the option has lost half of its extrinsic value. But what is this metric for a longer term option? Let's change the days to expiration to 1,000, keep it nice and clean, and hit calculate decay. And now we can see that the extrinsic value half-life for this 1,000-day call option is 70% elapsed. This option is estimated to lose 50% of its extrinsic value after 70% of the time. And when we look at this call option decay chart, it has the exact same shape as the shorter-term call option, except it's just extended over a much longer time period. But how about for an out-of-the-money option? Let's change the strike price to 120. If we do a 120 strike call option, just 20% out of the money, and it's 1,000 days to expiration, we see that we lose half of the option's value much sooner at 470 days to expiration, which is only 53% through the trade. The options decay in this instance is fairly linear, which is the case for in-the-money and out-of-the-money options. But it actually slows into expiration because all of the extrinsic value is already lost before expiration is actually hit. But all of these examples were for at-the-money call options, but once an option becomes in the money, it is less exposed to time decay. For example, if the stock price does this and we have a call strike right here, then this portion of the options price is intrinsic value, and intrinsic value does not decay. The portion of the options price above the intrinsic value is the extrinsic value, and this is the only portion that is exposed to time decay. When you have an in-the-money call option, you're going to have a price that looks something like this, where you're going to have a large portion of intrinsic value, and then you're going to have a smaller portion of extrinsic value the more in the money the call option becomes. But when the stock price is at or below the call to strike price, the entire option value is extrinsic value, and that means the entire option price is exposed to time decay. And if I go back to the modeler and I put in a super deep in the money call option with a strike price of 100, when NVIDIA is at 195, and we can visualize that minimized decay exposure by looking at this call option's theoretical P&L curves. At 90 days forward, if the stock price doesn't move, this option is expected to lose $167. And that's relative to the total option value of over $11,000. And if I go to the option details and I go to the pricing components, we can see that the intrinsic value currently is just under $95, and the remaining value of the option is extrinsic value, which is $19. So a much smaller portion of this option is exposed to time decay, because it is deep in the money. When you're holding long call LEAPS positions, you can actually flip your decay to be positive by selling more near-term out-of-the-money call options against the LEAPS calls that you own. And that's called the poor man's covered call strategy. And if you want to learn how that strategy works, you can check out my poor man's covered call tutorial here. Thanks for hanging out with me. My name is Chris from Project Option, and I will see you in the next video.